Unas at Saqqara and dates from around 2345 BC. The purpose of the pyramid text was to help the deceased pharaoh take his place among the gods, and to this end they included hymns, prayers, and magical spells to ward off the dangers encountered in the afterlife. Was an English Egyptologist, Orientalist, and philologist who worked with for the. That sounds like a trustworthy source, at least for the translation. Maybe not for any personal additions to what's going on, but in the sense of the information, right? Initially, they were exclusively for royal use, but in the declining years of the Old Kingdom, the right to use them was assumed by regional governors and other high ranking officials, for they too wished to become identified with Osiris, who lived on as ruler of the netherworld. A new corpus of funerary texts emerged during the Middle Kingdom, the coffin text. Dum, 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 right? Which, as their name implies, were written on the inner surfaces of wooden coffins. These texts included spells drawn from the pyramid text, plus many new compositions. I like that word. Some of them also included illustrations. When coffins changed from rectangular wooden boxes to a shape that followed the contours of the mummified body, the texts were written on papyrus, which was rolled up and placed in the coffin with the deceased. Many thousands of these papyri were produced during the New Kingdom, by which time the Book of the Dead had passed into widespread use. The title Book of the Dead was first coined in 1842 by Richard Lepsius, the German Egyptologist, but it has been suggested that a more appropriate title would be Spells for Coming Forth by Day. I think I like that better too. I think I like that better too, y'all. Y'all like that one better? Yeah, better. For its purpose was to enable the deceased to emerge safely from the tomb in a perfected, spiritualized form. Greetings, peace, peace. Right? Peace, ethereal. How you doing? Nowadays, the term Book of the Dead usually refers to the entire corpus of almost 200 chapters or spells, from which a selection was made for inclusion in individual papyri. Although the format for presenting the selected chapters became more or less standardized, the order in which they were arranged varied from one papyrus to another. Y'all get it? All right, coming forth by day. The ancient Egyptians believed that the individual human being was a compound of several elements, right? This is all the shit that we've been talking about the whole time, right? The different elements that make up you, right? Balancing these elements and turning chaos into peace, right? Chaos into order, right? The Keperu, meaning modes or manifestations of human existence, which disintegrated at death. These elements included the physical body, the Kat, the heart, Ib, believed to be the seat of the mind or intelligence, right? The seat of the mind, right? Where's your consciousness? Where's your conscience at? The name Ren, which constituted the individuality of the deceased and was thus essential for his or her continued existence in the afterlife, the shadow, Shut, right, which was also related to the individuality of the deceased, but was able to separate itself from the body and enjoy independent freedom of movement. The life force or spirit, Ka, which remained in the tomb with the body of the deceased, and was nourished with a constant supply of offerings. The soul or spirit, Ba, right, depicted in vignettes as a small bird with a human head, which was free to visit the world of the living during the day, returning to the tomb at sunset. The disintegration of these diverse elements was prevented through the mummification of the body, a process by which the deceased was transformed into a divine or spiritual form known as the Sa. When the mummy was placed in the tomb, it was believed to enter the Duat or netherworld, where it underwent two ceremonial rituals: the weighing of the heart and the opening of the mouth. Facts, right? The first of these was a form of judgment of the life of the deceased, whereby his or her heart was placed in a scale and weighed against a feather, symbolizing Mayat. The ceremony was supervised by the jackal headed Anubis and the ibis headed Thoth, right? Who wrote down the outcome. If the heart passed this test, the deceased would continue their passage through the Duat. If it failed, it was eaten by Amit, the devourer, right? The second ritual, which was performed by a priest, involved touching the facial covering of the mummy with one or more ceremonial instruments, thereby unstopping the mouth, eyes, ears, and nostrils of the deceased so that they regained the use of these faculties. The opening of the mouth was of great importance since it enabled the deceased to recite the hymns and prayers written on the papyrus. It also enabled them to address by name the gods it would encounter in the duat and respond correctly to their questioning. Other items placed in the tomb with the mummy included canopic jars, which contained the preserved internal organs of the deceased, a supply of offerings for the gods and the Ka, and several small figures, shabtis, whose functions was to help the deceased perform laborious tasks in the afterlife, such as plowing the land in the fields of peace and reeds. If the deceased followed the instructions on the papyrus and recited its hymns and spells, they would become an Ak, a blessed spirit. And leaving the mummy in the tomb, they would join the gods, Osiris and Ra. Right, 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 right. So obviously, I started it off for a reason, the way that I started it off, with the the Egyptian Book of the Dead is one of your favorite books. Is that what you're saying? But that's why I started it off with this, right? Right? The symbolism is not accredited to Egypt, but to America, right? All masonry. But just like how we talk about alchemy, and then but we're really talking about the alchemy itself. The masonry, it's the masonry itself. Your body's a temple. So just like you're doing the alchemy itself to rebuild yourself up and fix yourself and return pure, you do this masonry on yourself as well because what you're really doing is you're building a temple, rebuilding this temple, right? This is masonry, rebuilding the temple of yourself, right? Perf- with perfection, right? No stone unturned, right? Whatever the stone that the builder refused was, that's what you need to regain. The stone that the builder refused, that was probably the feminine aspect of life, right? Some would say the divine feminine, some would say the feminine aspect, but that's probably the stone that the builder refused, right? And everybody tries to subjugate that energy and keep it subdued, but it really takes balance to bring that shit all together. If I build a temple If I'm building anything, then I need balance, right? So if we live our life refusing specific things that are the making of us, then we'll never find the balance that we need to rebuild our temple perfect, or to do the alchemy of self and accomplish it, right? You know, I didn't really plan on like keep on reading this shit, but we could. The Papyrus of Anai, which dates from around 1275 BC, was found at Thebes and purchased by the British Museum in 1888. Maybe I should skip this part because I really just wanted to read that, but we could get into the actual thing, right? These are the different plates that they found, right? And they all tell a story, right? Pictures worth 1,000 words. You know what I mean? Shit is like a journey. Everything's like a journey in life, for real. Is what it seems like. That's the best way to. That's the best way that anybody has found to explain things is through a journey. I never really finished this whole entire thing. Let's see where the highlights stop. Wherever the highlights stop, that's where I stop. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's where I stopped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to read that shit. Not on the live. Maybe I should, because I already opened it. But I really opened it because I wanted to talk about a specific topic. I don't want to talk about a specific topic. You know, this is what I really want to talk about was releasing burdens. You know, since we're all doing this magnificent work, you know, I was like, man, we got to talk about releasing burdens. We got to do the work in its totality while we're doing it, right? On it. That makes sense. I feel like if you do it right, say every time you do something right, you don't have to do it again. You know what I mean? So if we do this fast and we do it right, we'll do the fast again, but we won't have to release the same things every time. So the more you do it, the more intentional you are, the less and less burdens you have when it's all said and done. And if you train your mind to release burdens, shit, by the time you're laying on your deathbed, you'll still be releasing them. Gotta do better. I 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 gotta. They said the heart was the seat of the intelligence, right? The seat of the mind. That's like your conscience, right? Things that weigh heavy on your heart. That shit weighs heavy on your conscience. Right? All these are the things that you sit down at night and think about. Like when it's late and it's just you and yourself, and you're thinking about all the things that you wish never happened, or you fight to forgive yourself for, and you try to understand why these things took place. These are all the things that are the burdens.
I gotta do better. There's nothing they can do that I can't do better. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do.
This is the shit you gotta get rid of for real.
I'm better.
You don't got no choice. You don't want to hold on to it for real. You don't want to take it on your journey. There's so many things to pick up. So when we do this fast, y'all, I really want y'all to focus on releasing shit. Spiritual shit, emotional shit, physical things. You know, look around your house. Get rid of the stuff that you don't use, shit that no longer serves you. You know, you might have clothes sometimes and have the energy of like old relationships and all that shit, all like bad times and the outfit from the time you got into an accident. You know, you gotta get rid of all that shit.
Amen. Wear the crown of thorns for sport. I'm just waiting for a stone to hit me. Relationship on the rocks. My family all concerned. My homie still on the block.
Taking old energy into like the new shit you're building is like moving out of a house with roaches. But you take all the stuff and you bring the roaches with you. Like, hey, we just relocated. We got this whole new place. And we done took the goddamn roaches. Gotta do better today. You should have cleaned your bag better. Alright, we gotta leave that shit behind. Ain't nothing wrong with getting a fresh start. It might seem crazy, but ain't nothing wrong. And then when, like, if you do it, that shit feels good. Now, I ain't saying get rid of everything you got. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever say Rashaud told you to get rid of everything. That's not what I'm saying. But I could bet you, if you were to go look around your house and be honest with yourself about everything in there, you would recognize a whole bunch of shit that you don't need at all whatsoever. Then you start asking yourself, why do I still have this? Then you start to realize, oh shit, I just be holding on to a bunch of bullshit. All kind of clutter. Got you fucked up. You can't even get your thoughts together when you have clutter like that. It should be hard.
We've unwrapped the mystery. Santa Claus left as an empty seat. No more carols on MTV. And right now
some of y'all got like cat doo-doo under your couch and you don't even know it because you ain't moved your couch in a while, but your cat went under there and took a shit.
It's -5, little girl. Wind chill factor aside, little girl. Way too cold, hit a cry, little girl. Gotta try, little girl. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him. God bless him.
You feel me? The cat done took a shit under the couch. And every time you meditate, you can't get your thoughts together. You know, but you're sitting on the same couch that got shit under it. And you can't get your mind right. These things are real. Same couch.
Voices a rock at a giant tank. Let's see what they say in the news in a month. Davidian child, Caribbean child, Haitian Palestinian child, walking wounded.
Some of y'all got hamsters and shit.
Skinniest child. We need them right now. We need them. Kids that's hungry for freedom.
Y'all got poop dust in the air, wondering why you can't astral project. It's crowded in there. You got rabbits. Now you know they done pooped under something. Or are they outside rabbits?
I
Oh
need
look,
the hand of God for children that's lost alone. I need the hand of God for kids in the
2 years
foster home.
ago,
I need the hand of God inside the
I was at war
emergency
with
room.
these
I
goddamn
need the
rabbits.
hand of God inside of the nursery too. We need the hand of God inside of the juvenile. We need
Oh, we're about to get into it. I gotta plant some stuff. How's y'all everybody's growing stuff, right? How's y'all stuff looking? Yeah, I had to yeah, I was at war with some rabbits a couple years ago. About to plant some. Oh wait, I planted something there. Planted corn right there, y'all. Hydro. About to plant some shit in here too. I know hydro. Nah, this is just a seedling tray. So I just plant some stuff in here until the weather changes. Take it out. I started these were in here. This That's where these ones started, but they got big enough, so I moved them. I'm gonna transfer them outside. But those started in here too. The next thing I'm gonna have to get is something for these beans right here. I got some stuff outside. It's really just about putting it in there. So what I'm about to plant is some lavender, y'all. I'm gonna plant some lavender. Beautiful. Right. Full sun. 6+ hours. 90 days to harvest. Damn. 30 inches in height. Barely cover it. You need 12 inches of space. They're container friendly. One plant per 12-inch container. Pretty much most of your seeds, my lavender hasn't emerged yet. Lavender, some of these flowers be taking a while. I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the flowers be taking a while because I got lavender over here. I don't really like this thing because it's like it don't drain right. But I try to use it one of these little things. But I need to get like a little reservoir to sit it in or something. I don't know what's going on with these things. But yeah, I got one little lavender coming up. Is that it? Nah, so these are seedling trays. So this is how I'm just starting them out because I live in on the East Coast and it's kind of chilly outside still and the weather be up and down. So I'm just gonna start in here and then by the time the weather gets right, it's like I have a head start. You know what I mean? So by the time I put it outside, it's like, oh, head start, right? Instead of waiting. Bootstrap farmer. I'm gonna have to look. Peace. What's good with you, Marcus? Hey, I'm gonna have to look. I got a lot of seeds of my own, but I also have a lot of seeds, right? Because they come with so many. So before I use all of the ones that I do have of my own, I try to use a nice amount of the ones that are in here. It's a whole bunch that be coming in a pack. how much of the bag do you put in each little square? So with these bigger plants, like this is watermelons. These are mine. Like I've been growing. This is like seeds um that I collected, and this is like the fifth year of these seeds. Beautiful. But I only put one seed in each of these for this, right? Uh, for all of these, I really put just one seed in each because these are like watermelons and cucumbers and squash, and they grow hella stuff. They usually do pretty good. So I knew that like with it, like these amount of plants, that's enough for me and the space I have, right? That's enough for me and the space I have to like really do big. Um, I, what are we planting? This is corn, right? So this is corn. I put one of each because six plants is good enough for the space I have, right? A lot of these things I'm gonna grow together, right? Certain things they're gonna grow together, like certain herbs and certain food producing plants, because the herbs keep certain things away from them, right? This is the lavender seeds, right? So when you think about it, it makes sense, right? So on the pack it said barely cover, right? Because this is the plant. So if you or you said yours haven't emerged yet, but also think about when you plant them. If you're planting something this small, right, it makes sense not to cover it too deep, right? It ain't the same as this big giant watermelon or squash seeds or pumpkin seeds. You know how big a pumpkin seed is. Push that motherfucker down in there a little bit. You feel me? You know. Let me see. Like I'm not gonna plant this as deep as I would plant this. You know. I'm gonna just put like two of them in there. Hey, look, my sister be serious about her seeds. She'll pour out just like this much and be like, use them all. And the ones you don't use, don't drop them. Put them back in my shit. I want all my seeds. Like, yes, ma'am. So I'm just gonna put two. You know, I'm gonna put like one over here, one over there. So when they're kind of growing up, they're not just all bunched up close to each other. I know how much I need for the shit I do. And then I also plant stuff outside. Like I'm not gonna use this for everything. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna use this for everything. It's just some stuff. Definitely these flowers because they felt like they took forever last year. That's why I was like, I'm definitely getting a head start on the zinnias and the marigolds because them motherfuckers was like, I felt like I was waiting. I was like, God damn! By the time I get to see what y'all look like, the summer is gonna be over. The party is over. You know what I mean? I use this stuff called organics. It's called organics. That's the name of it. And then for the seedlings, I use black gold. I would. I'm. I don't want. I don't want to show y'all because they're gonna. I don't know what they'll say. I got it off the TikTok show. All right. Boom. And I'm gonna use some right now because I don't have to cover it much, right? So we're just gonna put a little bit of, you know, you feel me? All right. Makes sense. That makes sense, right? That now that you're looking at the seeds and the size and everything like that, you got to give it a chance. You got to give it a fighting chance to get out the ground. You feel me? Peace, peace, energy. How you doing? Right? This is what I use. I just use a little sprayer. You know what I mean? Boom, off to the races. You know what I mean? Ain't much to it but to do it. For everybody that's just joining, we just planted some beautiful lavender. Amazing. I love it. Right? We planted some corn before y'all got here. Yeah, lavender is amazing. Some corn. I should have got a different kind of corn because I still got some left. But I've grown this like 2 years and I haven't really had the best luck with it. Ashworth corn or sweet corn. Right? But I'm gonna do the corn and squash thing, you know what I'm saying? All that bullshit. We gonna do it. Let's see. Because I do want to plant some. I want to plant more of this. I think I got a couple of them that are growing, but I think I want to grow more. I got marigold. I got zinnias. Is there anybody in here that wanted seeds? Anybody want some of these? These are beautiful. But if you're growing stuff, the reason why you would want some of these because they're pollinator variety. You want pollinators to come around, right? I love these. They grow kind of tall too. They grow tall. You just got to keep trimming them, and they keep coming back. If y'all remember last year when I made that, what is it called when you put all the flowers together? A bouquet. I made one last year, and this was one of the flowers that I put in there. And it wasn't me just cutting the flowers just because I wanted to make a bouquet, but it was like you cut them so more can grow. The marigolds. I didn't do these, so maybe I'll do these. Because I don't know why I didn't do them last year. I'm not gonna do the sunflowers. Anybody want these? Let me see if there's something in here. I'm not gonna do these because I'm gonna do what I did last year. So last year with the sunflowers, I got a specific kind of bird feeder. It's a bird feed, and the bird feed had sunflowers in it. And then when the birds would come, they were going like this, like knocking all the seeds out the bird feeder. And then next thing you know, there was like 15 sunflowers growing in the bed that's by the bird feeder. They planted them themselves. So I'm gonna try to do that again. So give me y'all hook. So I'm giving these away. Let's see how much these are. Let's see what these seeds look like. It's open too. I wonder why I didn't plant them. Oh wait, no, I did plant the zinnias. My fault. I'm thinking about the other one. Wait, hold on. Let's see something. Because I want to see if I did something right. Because I collected zinnia seeds last year. So watch this. Let's see. Let's see what they look like in the pack. That's what a zinnia looks like. So let's see if we have anything that looks anything similar to this inside of the seed. All right, this is all of it. I think we got some. All right. We did it, yo. Peace, so. I was kind of lazy with it, y'all, to be honest with you. Because when I collected them, this is really all I did. I just put them in here. I broke it up a lot and put it and just threw it in the bag. So that's all full of seeds. From just a couple flowers. From just a couple flowers, I got enough seeds to last me who knows how long in the space that I got, right? That's why I love this shit. Cause you can't be without when you got this going on. Because just one plant gives you so much. Right? So I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna make this better. I'm gonna break it up and put it all together. I hear my children up. I hear my youngest. That's always a bad sign. All right, so when I collected the seeds for these flowers, I just put them in these bags, paper bags, and I just put them up in the closet. That's it. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to them. Right? I didn't do nothing. And let's see, because I planted the marigolds, right? The marigolds that I planted came from this bag, right? All right. And this is this tray. So 1, 2, 3. That's why I put the star because the marigolds came from this bag, and I was excited. And look at them, they coming up. Y'all see? From the seeds I collected. Peace, Kevin. So if y'all want some marigold seeds that come from the seeds I collected personally, let me know. Because the marigolds are what? Great pollinators. So they're going to bring the bees and the butterflies and all those different things around and they're going to pollinate and they're going to go. So they're going to be coming over here fucking with the marigolds. Then they're going to look to the left and see your tomatoes there. They're going to see whatever else you got going. They're going to be fucking with it all. Next thing you know, you're going to look up. Everything is abundant, right? That's not, oh, shit. Good thing I wasn't naked. Good thing I wasn't sitting here naked. That'd have been crazy. I'd have been like, oh my God, what the fuck? Not right. The baby's running around and I'm just down, butt naked on the down on the ground with a camera. They might that ain't a good look. You'd have heard, Dad, Dad, what's wrong? That's the life, right? Seen one, seen them all. Nah, that's not true. So what should I plant, y'all? I'm gonna plant some of these because I didn't plant these last year either. The cosmos or these. So we're gonna see what that's like. What did we plant back here? Oh, more lavender. Lavender. So that means right here and right here. Gonna do the cosmos right here. Right? Let's see. Let's see what they look like. Shit, I might plant these intentionally like this, and then I might throw some outside just later on, like in damn, like in April. We're just gonna do one per thing. We're just gonna do one per thing. You know, push it down just a little bit. Right. Get a little bit of our seedling stuff. Boom. It's beautiful. This is an amazing thing. It feels amazing, like just rubbing the dirt in your hands. It kind of feels like you're a child again. And you don't care about getting dirty. Just having a good time. I need a better spray bottle, I think. Beautiful. All right, so that was the cosmos. Piece 216. Right? So now we're gonna put the bachelor buttons in the last little slot. You feel me? And we still got these two right here to use. I'll let you. Maybe y'all could pick. See what these things look like. Oh damn, it's older. It's crazy how different all of them are. So much personality. That's the bachelor buttons, y'all. Beautiful. I got both. I'm gonna go out there. If it's decent outside tomorrow, I'll go out there. I'll probably have to go live. Well, no, I guess I can. It's 6 already. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go out. We're gonna be outside. Then I'll show y'all like my setup, and we could talk about setups and shit. Got my little flower bag. You know, try to keep things organized. Okay, so cool. I think I'm going to do portable gardening for now until I move. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I do have a raised bed, but my raised so I use like the raised bed method, but I use cardboard. So basically I put cardboard over the yard where I wanted the garden to be, and the cardboard is getting broken up. So now it's really just soil all there. Like there's only every once in a while do I dig and find cardboard still there, right? But it was a raised bed when it first started. It composted itself, right? But it was a raised bed when it started. You know what I mean? So I didn't have to do no digging or nothing. I got videos. I should probably repost the videos of when I put it together or like when I upgraded it because I kind of went through the process a little bit. So I should probably repost that video since it's this time of year. You know what I mean? And we can do all that. You know, right? But that's what I did, and this shit worked out perfectly. It's healthy. Everything that I've tried to grow there, I mean, back there has grown. Now have other things got in the way? Yes, but we good. You know, let's see what we got. All right, y'all pick. It's gonna go in these two things. I'm gonna let y'all pick the white or the red radishes. Which ones? Red, red. All right, we're gonna do red radishes right here. Thanks for your help, everybody. We got it all figured out. Damn, that was a nobody wanted to do the white radishes. It's like, nah, y'all don't trust them. I get it. I, And where's my pen? Have you ever used peat pots? Nah. Hey! My fault, y'all. I heard somebody say ow. That's how you stop them. Hey, Anthony! You use fish. Yeah, I use fish fertilizer sometimes. I have. Yeah, they doing too much now. So what is this? Radishes. I'm gonna put like 2. Yeah, it sounded like I heard like whining. And like, so crying means they're hurt. Whining usually means somebody's in a crazy position and they're about to get hurt. That's how that shit seems to be. I also have stuff back there, y'all, that that comes back. You know what I mean? I got blueberries, blackberries, strawberries. You know what I mean? I got like tomatoes that I know are gonna grow in certain spots because I just let them lie there and die there. Damn, I should have kind of wet it a little bit. Can't be trying to push it in there when it's dry. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might get hurt. Got to get it moist first. You know what I mean? There, we did it, y'all. Mission accomplished. Look, y'all, I've been practicing with the sound bowl. Let's see. Y'all hear that? Let me do it louder. Now, what y'all doing, man?
Can I go to bed then?
Why would she be? Why would she? What's up, baby? Why would she be going to bed?
No. Stop it. Oh no, bed.
Don't come in here screaming. I'm doing a live.
Okay, guys.
What's up?
Oh. You doing me? Oh.
You want to water something?
Yeah.
Here.
It's on my head.
Yeah, they can see it.
Wow!
There's people watching, man. You gotta put on the show, dude.
Come on.
Here, spread. You gotta squeeze that thing. Right here, squeeze it. Let's see if he can do it. It's kind of hard to squeeze. Nah, this one.
What, this one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, here. There you go. Good job, buddy.
What's like that? Yeah. Like.
It look dry. Here, let's get back here. Okay. Here, how about just do these ones then? I didn't know you had the strength.
What?
Oh, you got the magic touch. Okay, buddy. Why was I having such a hard time spraying it? Why was I having such a hard time? And he's just over here. Matt, let me try. Can I try?
Oh, okay, try. Wow!
Oh,
That's amazing!
that's amazing.
I will try. What is it?
That is amazing.
Yes.
It is amazing, buddy.
Wow, there's a school banking. Look at that.
All right, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. What's on your face?
Jelly?
Jelly.
Yeah, I'm amazing.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Amazing.
Amazing jelly.
Wow, I'm just this. Can we try?
Nah, that's enough. If we water it too much, then they'll die. We don't want that. You know what I mean? We don't want them to die, buddy. Okay. Thanks for all your help. You're the your help. You're the other brother. It's like now I just playing. Y'all are both the same. That's I don't talk. I know. I was just fucking around. What's up, Caps?
Ow! It's different.
Here, let me see. I did not love my ears the same. Oh, I got it, yo. I just had to do it louder. It's loud, huh?
Oh.
Can y'all hear that?
Oh. Oh. Why? Goodness. Oh.
Did y'all hear the frequency? It's not gonna work like that. You gotta put your hand on the bottom like this. No, you gotta hold it like this. Look. Put your hand out like that. No, don't hit my hand. Put your hand out. This one. Like this.
What?
Come here, man. I put my hand out and he hit it with the little stick thing.
I done.
You're done?
Yeah.
That's enough. We gotta get some more plants if you want to keep spraying stuff. All right, look, y'all. We had a good live. You know what I mean? It felt good talking about plants. That's really what I like.
Ah! That's on my hand.
Yeah, it is.
And how about the rowdy? The hair with the finger.
Really?
I know!
Oh shit. Yeah, it's been a good live, y'all. Real laid back. I feel like we did our thing. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it.
I hope you understand me. I tell you the truth, don't like the view where I'm standing. I jumped off the roof, I'm hoping I stick the landing. Make me living proof of everything that we can do.
Got my head to the heavens trying to see the big picture. I need something real, nah, I don't want no filters. My phone on D&D, don't invite me to no parties next door, no P&Ds. I'm a human being, just out here being me. God, how you seeing me? Do you be shaking your head when I be shaking my head? At these people trying to play with me, you heard what they said? Mama said, watch for these birds, cause they after my bread. Sometimes I be in my head, overthinking, but I'm over shrinking. Like C4, I'ma blow one day, that's what I pray for. Lately feeling like I need to pray more. Been talking to God, feel like I need to say more. Like,
God, I'm only human, I hope you understand me. I tell you the truth, don't like the view where I'm standing. I jumped off the roof, I'm hoping I stick the landing. Make me living proof of everything that we can. Some feel, some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel, some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel, some feel, some still. I'm trying to feel, some feel. Feel some, feel some, feel some, feel. I'm trying to feel some, feel some real. I'm trying to feel some still. I'm trying to feel some real. Hoping I don't sound too ridiculous. The things I say outside of therapy, super limited. Decisions that I made before today, I still live with them. Sometimes can't live without you. Other times I need distancing between me and wherever you at. Can you stay over there? Pull up wherever you at. Like why you way over there? I'm only human. I probably sound crazy. I know how I be sounding. I turn the music up so I can clear out the loudness. I learn to walk on water before I say that I'm drowning. I say that I'm drowning. Think it's time I put my pride down, stop being childish. God, I'm only human, I hope you understand me. I tell you the truth, don't like the view where I'm standing. I jumped off the roof, I'm hoping I stick the landing. Make me living proof of everything that we can do. Some feel, some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel, some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel, some feel, some still. I'm trying to feel some feel. Feel some feel, some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel some feel, some feel. I'm trying to feel some feel, some feel.
Perfect.
I'm trying to feel some feel.
Peace. I'll catch up.
Googling Jeffrey Epstein. And you know what's even weird? What's even like really decade? What's even more ironic? A mysterious $5,000 cash deposit was made into her account 10 days before Jeffrey Epstein was unalived. 10 days before Jeffrey Epstein was found hanging in his cell, the guard, Tova Noel, who was sat outside his jail cell, she had a mysterious cash deposit of $5,000 end up in her account. This is the same woman, right? The same prison guard who was accused of falsifying her business records. Those charges, for those of you guys who aren't following, right? I'm just kind of breaking it down. Some of you may already be aware of this, but those charges were later dropped by the authorities in New York City. But she made multiple suspicious Google searches less than an hour before Epstein was found unalived. So less than an hour, this woman, prison guard, was sat just Googling. So at 5:42 a.m. in the morning, Tova Noel Googled. I'm going to read exactly what she Googled. Latest on Epstein in jail. That's what she Googled. She then